Good morning, y'all. Welcome to the Babe Cave. It's your girl, Miss B. And today we are going to do a little discussion about Married to Medicine. So let's get right into it. You got Quad and her boyfriend. You got Dr. G and his wife. You got all the other couples. I'm just naming those two couples because that was like the main people in this episode. And if y'all don't know, the last episode they almost got into a fight. They are on a couple's vacation. They almost got into a fight. And this episode, Dr. G and T left. T was very emotional. I thought that was so dramatic how emotional she was and how phedra was praying in tongues and this, that, and the third. Like, I get it. No offense to my religious people because I am Christian myself, but I feel like some people be dragging that whole praying in tongues, especially over that situation, especially with the way T acts. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, Dr. G went home with sweetea. And sweetea just annoys me because she plays victim on the show, but then she be on social media talking mad shit about everybody. Just like she's trying to say Toya was telling her to come at Quad. And now she's saying that Toya is looking for a way to stay on the show. First of all, sweetea, that is a veteran. Toya has to stay on that show. I don't feel like that show would be the same without Toya. So let's start there. Secondly, you're just too dramatic and you're annoying. Like, you really got on my nerves. You've been getting on my nerves. Like, I've tried to give you a chance, but you're just annoying and you're a clout chaser. You're trying to do anything to stay relevant, to stay on the show. My personal opinion. Then we got phedra and her man and phedra's ex-husband and his wife, and they all got into it because apparently phedra's quote-unquote man, or Lil Yeah, is friends with Apollo and Apollo's wife. So they had a big kerfuffle or whatever. Phedra felt away and Phedra decided that she's leaving. But not only is she's leaving the whole group. And she's going to make that clear every week. She's going to make that very clear to people next week on next week's episode. So that was good as well. Now, my opinion about it all, I see that in the media that they're saying Dr. G called the police, and I also seen that on the previews for next week's show. Dr. G, you're a cornball. You're a cornball, and I think that you're really doing this because, like I said, you and sweetea are doing anything y'all have to do to stay on the show. And honestly, this is Quad's group of friends. I know that they're your friends too, but let that lady let her have the show, bro. You and your wife need to go and find something else better to do. Like, I don't want to be too low and get too disrespectful, but your wife need to be focusing on that versus doing all this shit talking on the internet all the time, making herself look a fool. And furthermore, I don't think y'all two are going to last, because if y'all don't know, if y'all watched the end of that episode last night, when they showed sweetea and Dr. G, when they were back at home, the conversation was disgusting. And the way that he talks to sweetea, she's a fucking idiot. And now I know it's definitely about some money when it comes to their relationship while she stays. Because ain't no way an old ass man gonna be talking to me like that and in that manner. And what did he say to her? He said something to her like, shut your mouth. He said something. He was just talking to her like a child. So yeah, that's my synopsis when it comes to Married to Medicine. So now I want you guys to listen to what he actually said to her, and then we might listen to a little bit of what they had to say today when they went live. Well, yesterday when they went live, I guess, to discuss the episode. I'm not going to listen to the whole thing, but we'll react to the first couple of minutes, and then we'll do a second reaction on another upload. So let's get into it.
It's your fault. Don't say shit to make me go off.
It's not my fault. It's really not my fault.
It really is your fault.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
I don't know who you think you're talking to.
Be quiet.
don't know who you think you're talking to.
Be quiet. Don't go.
Stop saying stupid stuff.
That's not
And
saying stupid.
you won't get the reaction that you don't want.
Okay.
How about that? Sure.
Now, I'm sorry, but the way he talks to her, I get being angry and all of that, but that was a little concerning. And you could tell it's not the first time, because you could tell by the way she's trying to protect him, and that ain't cool. And that's something that he also did to Quad as well. And that was part of the reason why she did not want to have children with him. She did not see a future with him, and she did not want to be with him. And that's why she divorced his ass, like she said in her video previously. So now we're going to listen to what they had to say. And we're going to do a short reaction, and then we'll do a part 2 to the rest of it. It's 50 minutes long. I'm going to try to give y'all at least, we're 6 minutes in. I got 16, almost 17 minutes on this video. I'm going to try to give y'all at least 10 minutes, and then we'll do the rest.
Awesome.
I'm on something.
Yeah. Them cheeks look kind of propped up there. What you got going on in there?
My cheeks.
Yeah.
It looks rosy.
Not them cheeks, the other cheeks.
What do you mean?
Girl, your
Ew.
Things that are happening, because it's his side, her side, and the truth, and also the editing. So I'm just making sure I have a recollection of what happened.
So, we gotta talk about the couples trip. As much as everybody makes it seem like, why did Gregory come back to the cast and all that, he still always had a relationship with Scott, Kurt.
And okay, we understand that, but honestly, we don't care that he came back. Like, at first it was a little exciting, but the way that you're coming in, sweetie, and the way that he came back in, I ain't here for it. I don't know about y'all, but I'm not here for it.
Cecil. Miss anybody else? You had a working relationship with Damon.
I had a relationship with Damon. Me and Damon were cool. Eugene was cool. I was cool with all the fellas. We always got along. I mean, funny thing, like, anytime a new guy came in the circle.
All right, somebody in the comments says, sweetie, the ladies don't like you because you stand your ground with all of them. They want you to conform to the program that they have set up amongst them. Keep being bold and true to yourself on TV. Honestly, it's cool that she's there because it shakes it up a little bit. But at the same time, Sweetie is a little extra. And I feel like I said earlier in this upload, she is now trying to blame Toya for why she's coming at Quad. And I just feel like she kind of did that from day one, and it was annoying. So I'm not going. Let's continue.
That new guy was always welcomed, and we always try to build a friendship. I've got a relationship with people I wasn't even on in the same season with, like Kieran, for example. Me and Kieran are cool. I mean, we shared a few good jokes. I mean, it's like it's always been a safe space, and the guys have always been kind of cool. So,
well, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that everybody knows that you had a real relationship with these people, not something that was just for camera, And so it made sense for you to introduce me into this group, and and the thing is, it happened all naturally because we met Jackie at the 50 Shades of Pink. You played golf. You was there. You're Curtis's friend. So it was.
Yeah, okay, that part might have happened natural, but honestly, CT, you inboxed him with baby emojis, and that was a little creepy to me. So, and now, yes, it backfired on you because now you're struggling to have a baby, and I sympathize for you with that situation, but like, girl, I think that you should be focusing on that instead of going live every week or every other day or so. to talk about Quad and talk about the other ladies, because that's not doing anything but stressing you out. They could care the fuck less.
Natural for me to meet Jackie.
Oh yeah, when I brought you around, I was just, you were gonna be with me. It was like a charitable event, and it was like couples, it was like co-ed, and so who else was I gonna bring? You were the person I was dating, you were the person I was serious with at the time. So I mean, they approached you and wanted to know you and all that. So I mean, it was organic.
And right, and as much as Jackie tries to make it seems that I need to apologize for being around, ma'am, did you not remember that you were basically almost begging me to be a part of this group? And if you're so-called friends, if you guys are all so-called friends, why fake the funk now for the cameras? Why fake the funk? Keep it all the way real. If you ain't gonna keep it all the way real, keep it all the way funky, okay? But you know damn well that you wanted me to be on this show. Prior, you knew that I had a government clearance. I was working out in DC, and then all of a sudden now, you acting brand new. Like, ma'am, I know you don't have dementia, but not there yet. So, I'm gonna give you some grace. But I just want to really paint the picture, the true picture, as much as you guys try to work overtime. Hoes work overtime to keep a storyline. I'm just gonna put it out there. But okay, so we get into the couples trip. From what I can remember, okay, me and Gregory are here at the hotel. Gregory's passed out. As you see, his shirt says Snapper, routine Snapper, Team Snapper. Okay. Mimi and Steve are Team Goldfish. That's all I know so far. We're getting ready to go kayaking. As you know, Simone is hosting the trip, along with Dennis the Menace is hosting the trip. So,
you see how she throws shots? I don't know if y'all know that about her, but I'm sure if you watch the show and you keep up with social media, you see what the fuck I mean. She's always throwing shots.
Yeah. They talking about we gonna get deep and out into everybody's business, and I'm like, yeah. So Toya made a comment, and Toya said, like, well, as long as we getting deep into your business too. And I'm like, yeah, well, to be honest, none of y'all bitches get deep into my business. I'm just gonna say that right now. So yeah, we're getting ready to go kayaking. We got some really cool snacks. We go show.
And again, why are you on the show if you feel like none of these people are getting in your business? Like, sweetie, you are so fucking annoying.
Snacks. Got a candle here. You need a candle. You got a candle here. And so I knew that it was going to be a lot of instigating. And
I didn't feel,
I knew it because that's what, so far, my experience though.
I just felt like it was going to be, I knew it was going to be some shenanigans. It's a show, and people do things to get attention and get people aroused. So I expected that. But I never expected a real button to get pushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, just never expected a real button to be pushed.
So, Greg, for you to say you never expected a real button to be pushed, you and for y'all to be talking about things was being instigated, I gotta say that y'all was part of the instigating and the antagonizing, especially you, Greg. The way that you stood up and walked up to that man when you said that you was not apologizing to his woman, that was fucked up. That wasn't the move at all. So I don't know why y'all want to sit up here and try to play the victim role, but I think y'all doing it for publicity and for legal reasons, because like I said, from what I hear, you have filed charges against this man, and you also allegedly got him put off of the show. He cannot do any scenes with you, from what I understand. Well, from what I am assuming, I'm hoping that he's not kicked off the show completely. I'm on Team Quad and King with his handsome self. Now let's get back into what the fuck these two crybabies are saying.
And I didn't even know that button could be pushed, quite frankly. But, with all the things I had going on and, all the injustices that I've had to sustain, particularly with this person, I mean, and then I'm just coming away from the most unjust situation that I could imagine at work. I mean, it's just, I just really wasn't in the mood to take no more bullshit. That's just kind of where I was coming from.
Right, and here you got somebody that doesn't really have nothing to lose. Someone that's mouthy, trying to get your attention, been trying to get your attention, and we just don't really care. But just turning around to us talking about we were playing that game, And so when we were playing the game, we were doing the newlywed game. And so some of the questions that were being asked were, who would be more stern with the kids and stuff like that, or how many kids did you guys want and all that. And so when we got around that baby question, that's when your ex turned around to me and was like, I'm gonna throw you a baby shower. And I thought that was like really awkward because one, I don't really know her. And so I need you to understand that like being in this, like it is a weird dynamic for me because I don't know her like that. And like, but it was natural, yes, to meet the friend group, the ladies through.
Now, I can understand where sweetea is coming from because, like I said, this is unbiased commentary. So I can understand where sweetea is coming from when she said, when Quad turned around and said that she wanted to throw a baby shower, why that made her feel awkward, because that is Dr. G's ex-wife. But at the same time, Quad was drunk. And no, that is not an excuse.
You already knew them. And so, and they've said it numerous times that they don't really know her like that. She only comes around when cameras are around. And so like, it's always in a weird dynamic for me coming into the lady group because.
Now, sweetie, I don't think that you should be listening to them when they say stupid shit like that, because honestly, I feel like they be hating on Quad at times as well, because she doesn't really want to give them, she doesn't really trust them. So when it comes to that, I wouldn't, use that as a judgment.
I kind of feel like at one moment, they embrace me or were trying to get me to be on the show. And then all of a sudden, whenever now they've made up with Quad, it just seems like now, they want to be nasty and disrespect me. And so it's just like, I came into this wanting a true friendship and wanting to build something with them. And from what I thought, I didn't know it was going to be so messy being on the show. And so for me, I was very shocked by the behaviors, of doctors and doctors' wives. I expected more. I've been around doctors, most of my career being in the Air Force.
No, I get it, but it is
a show. No, it is a show. But, I want you to take it.
Child, they are normal people just like the rest of us. So why would you ever think in your mind that you had to stop? And that's what people have to stop doing. Stop putting people on a pedestal. Stop expecting so much and having so much expectations out of people, then your feelings will not be hurt. Now we're going to listen to a little bit more. I gave y'all more than enough than what I said I was going to give, and then I'm going to get out of here. Please make sure you are liking this video. Please make sure you subscribe to the channel, and welcome to the Babe Cave. You are now rocking with your girl, Miss B.
That, I'm a very real person. Coming onto a platform like this, it was very disappointing from what I saw. And so I want you to understand that, because you know who I am. You can't expect me to come on.
I don't think they're gonna make it next season, but then again, they might, because I feel like this is her way of trying to keep herself and her husband on the show
platform and think that I'm automatically just getting like that. No, it takes a while for people to really to get in that type of improv mode, because that's not me. Of course I like to joke, but I was, it was a very sensitive time for me. Getting married, sharing my dress, sharing, as my wedding, that's something very intimate to me. And my marriage.
It was sometimes that you really had to deal with some stuff that was kind of, a little bit shady, too shady, actually.
Certain personality.
Well, when I say it's just a show, what I mean when I say that is, okay, this whole thing.
All right, they kind of bored me, so I don't even know if I'm even going to do a second part of the reaction. I just wanted y'all to hear a little bit. If y'all would like to hear the whole thing, y'all can go over to the Real sweetea on YouTube. She has a lot to say, always running her goddamn mouth, being annoying. So y'all can go over there and listen to her when it comes to that. I will be back with another reaction on Keke Wyatt's husband, ex-husband or husband, estranged husband, I guess you would say, exposing her for allegedly moving her cousin in 3 weeks after he left the home. Her son stealing her money, and now she's apparently sleeping with her cousin. So yeah, we'll get into that when I come back at some point this week. Please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to your girl, Miss B. And again, you have been tuned into the Babe Cave. And I'll be back at a later date. I'll holla. Good night, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever time it is when you listen to this video. Just make sure you like before you leave, child. And y'all have a lovely week.